9440. 4405. 944405.
Welcome back, crime fighters. It is time for another edition of Calhoun County's Most Wanted, the program where you get to help make Calhoun County a better and safer place for all of us. We thank you for watching this show, telling your friends about it, sending us some feedback on the show and the things that you see on the show. You're the ones that are making it work, and you are making a difference each and every week. Once again this week, we've got some more arrests thanks to the information that you have sent in to us. The count now is 3,438 with the new 7 arrests that you helped us with this week. So thank you. Let's keep up the good work. Now, we want to remind you, of course, this is holiday week. A lot of folks are out of town this week celebrating somewhere else, but a lot of folks are going to be in town celebrating with fireworks. We want to remind you to please do that safely. I believe the numbers for last year, 11 people were killed in this country because of fireworks, thousands of injuries. 11 people actually losing their lives, and several of those were not the people actually setting off the fireworks. They were people just watching, sitting off somewhere nearby. So even if you're not participating in the lighting of the fireworks, you still need to be careful about what's going on around you. And certainly if you are the person that is in charge of lighting the fireworks, be very safe and make sure that, that everybody is in a safe position as you are doing that. But enjoy the 4th of July. And again, one other thing that we want to mention on the fireworks, if you happen to know that in your neighborhood you have a veteran with PTSD, you might want to consider doing those fireworks somewhere else. Go to a friend's house in a different neighborhood or whatever. We want you to celebrate, but for some of those guys that have come back home with the post-traumatic stress disorder, those fireworks they don't react the same way that you and I do. So please be careful with that, and be kind and courteous to anybody in the neighborhood that may have some problems with those fireworks. But enjoy the celebration. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have the first half of this week's lineup on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
Amazing Grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
a crackhead, drug addict,
Alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch
like me.
I once was
homeless,
broken, sad,
just lost.
But now I am
sober,
happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
All right, let's catch some bad guys. Here is the first person in our lineup this week, Zachary Wingard from Anniston. He is wanted on a probation violation for first-degree theft of property. Rodrika Jones of Anniston, wanted on a bond revocation for possession of marijuana, first degree. Elizabeth Pruitt from Piedmont, wanted for failure to appear for passing bad checks. Rebecca Smith of Anniston, wanted for failure to pay for fraudulent use of a credit card. Antoine Trout from Trussville, wanted on a probation violation for the Sex Offender Registration and Notification Act. Sarah Parrish of Oxford, wanted for failure to pay for second-degree possession of a forged instrument. And Kathy Chandler of Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for possession and receipt of a controlled substance and also for use and possession of drug paraphernalia. That's the first half of this week's lineup. We'll have more coming up here in just a few minutes on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. All right, it is time to welcome our guests for the week onto the show. And Curtis and Gail Angles are here to talk about the No Bullying Allowed campaign, and specifically about a young lady, Riley Doby. So, if you will, first, let's meet Riley. Tell me about Riley. I never had the pleasure of knowing her.
Beautiful, smart, always laughing, always. Just enjoyed life, period. I mean, she never met a stranger. She always had a smile on her face, loved her family, loved outdoors. I mean, just an average Alabama girl. I mean, liked to play in the mud, you know, ride her bicycle. She loved her daddy, loved rock and roll. She was different. She loved the 80s. She loved the 80s really a lot. Motley Crue, you know, Def Leppard. She was one of a kind, you know. She was really a sweet, generous person to be, and she took everything to heart, You know, there wasn't a person that she met that she didn't love, you know, so.
And unfortunately, sometimes that can work against you as well. When you take everything to heart, there's a lot of joy there. There can also be a lot of pain, and unfortunately, not every one of her experiences was a positive experience, and she ended up taking her own life.
Right.
So that's why we're here today, to talk about the life that she had and try to prevent that from ever happening to another child.
Exactly. I feel the same way, and we're holding an event on July the 11th at Mount Cheehaw Harley Davidson. It's a kid-friendly, family-friendly environment. We're going to have a water slide, dunking booth, snow cones, and hot dogs, cokes, and it's going to be a really nice time with a live band. And we're be raising money for the Doby family, and to have awareness of the bullying that goes on, not only in the schools but in the workplace and even out here on the streets today, that really needs to stop. And
it's not just something about kids. Obviously, most of the time when we talk about bullying, we're talking about kids, but it exists with adults in the workplace. It exists in all ages. It does. And there's no excuse for it. There's no reason for it. It's something that needs to be stopped. At the same time, we realize we're probably never going to wipe it out completely. But before we got on the camera, you were telling us a story. I've heard the story before, but I enjoyed hearing you tell that story. Can you tell it for us again?
I will. And like I said, that story come from me talking from a family member, and when I had a lot of negative feedback when I told them that I was coming on the show, and they told me, well, you're never going to stop it. You're never going to stop it. And I told my sister about it, and I said, well, should I go on the show? I've had a lot of negative feedback. It said that you're never going to stop. You're never going to. She said, let me tell you a little story. Now, whether this story is true or not, I don't know, but it was so heart-touching to me that I would like to share it. She told me that there was a man that was walking down the beach, and there was a bunch of thousands, as a matter of fact, of starfish that had been washed up on the shore, and said he was reaching down one at a time to stow them in. And he said he looked over to his right, and there was a couple coming the opposite direction. And the man looked over at him and said, sir, you're just wasting your time. He said, there's thousands upon thousands washed up on the beach. You'll never be able to save them all. And the man reached down and picked up one more and threw it back in. He said, well, I just saved another one. It's just that one more. that he picked up and saved another, and they wasn't picking up any at all, just that one more that he picked up and saved made all the difference in the world. I tell my wife here every day that it's the little things that you do in life that defines who you are in your heart. It's those little things that tells who you are, and it can be amazing impact on people's lives and positive impact on people's lives.
Don't ever let what you can't do stop you from doing what you can.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And so what we can do as a community, we can't bring Riley back.
No.
And we can't end bullying forever, but we can raise awareness of bullying and the effects that it has on these kids and adults. And we can also raise some money so that her family, who has suffered in a way that I can't imagine, will at least not have to worry about the financial burden of losing their child.
Exactly.
When you don't have money to bury your child, that's just something that we can't imagine. So it will be a fundraiser event, but it's going to be a fun fundraiser. We're not going to be out there all day just, crying and thinking, oh, how horrible an event. We're going to do an event that Riley would have enjoyed.
We're going to celebrate not the death of Riley, but the life of Riley. And we're going to celebrate that we as the people want to. We can't fix it. It's going to take people in higher places to fix it. We believe that there need to be steps put in place. We know that there are a no tolerance policy put in place for bullying, but we feel like it's not enforced as well as it should be. Now, I am all for our law enforcement. They do a great job on a day-to-day basis. And surprisingly, me and my wife only had one incident. Of course, she's in her third year of college, so we've only had one incident with her in school with a bullying issue. And when we had took it to the school, and the school told us that something had to escalate before they could take any kind of action. And so we took it to the local police department, and they pretty much said the same thing, and really, in my opinion, nothing never needs to escalate before action is taken. Some steps need to put into place, and awareness and communication and stuff. And
prevention is always better than
prevention.
punishment.
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. And that right there is most of the time that starts at home.
All right, we need to take a break.
Okay.
We want to talk about some more things, but we will come back in just a few moments here on Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We'll have the second half of this week's lineup.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict,
Alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost.
but now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
And here we have the second half of this week's lineup of Calhoun County's Most Wanted. Jacob Gibson of Anniston, wanted for failure to appear for possession and receipt of a controlled substance. Jason Mahoney of Alexandria, wanted for harassment. Brandon McMassey of Anniston, wanted on a probation revocation for obstruction of justice using a false ID. Eric Smitherman of Birmingham, wanted for failure to appear for child support. Michael Morrison of Alexandria, wanted for failure to appear for third-degree domestic violence. Elaine Gamble of Jacksonville, wanted for failure to appear for passing bad checks. If you have any information about these cases, please contact Calhoun County Crime Stoppers. They want your information, not your name, and you could get a cash reward of up to $1,000. Their number is 256-238-1414, and we will have some more crimes that we need your help with coming up in just a few minutes. We'll get back to the crime fighting in just a few minutes, but right now we're talking about Riley Doby, a young lady who was a fun child to be around from all accounts. I never got to meet her, but I've enjoyed hearing about her and seeing one of the pictures here of her on this motorcycle. You know, that we've got the motorcycle, the ride and rally coming up on not this Saturday, but the next Saturday at Mount Cheaha Harley Davidson. Celebrate her life. Raise some money for her family to help take care of her funeral expenses so they don't have to worry about that part of it at least. And we were talking about, you and your wife have been organizing this event and the campaign. One of the statistics that you just mentioned to me off the air is absolutely mind-boggling. The number of kids that are missing. What was that number again?
Yeah. Well, the source is the National Education Association. And it is estimated that 160,000 children miss school every day due to fear of attack or intimidation by other students.
Yeah.
That number is, I mean, is
160,000 kids every day in this country.
In this country miss school due to that fact. And, you know, and I was mind-boggled that's coming from the National Education Association. So they are aware of what's going on. And when we talked earlier before the break about awareness, you know, a lot of these things that we talk about generally starts at home and needs to start at home. And the parents need to know and be able to look for the telltale signs of something being wrong. But we all know as grown-ups and parents that we spend, if you work a job, you usually spend more time with your coworkers and at that job than you do at home. So you miss out on a lot of things. And a lot of things that you might not see, it may be invisible, it may be silent. And usually people that's being bullied are silent because they're afraid of the consequences of coming out and speaking and telling what needs to be told. So, you know, I've been noticing more and more commercials on TV about taking a stand on things, you know, whether it be a young teenager at a party or whatever and see another guy take a young lady off that had too much to drink and said, are you going to stand back and watch it, or are you going to get up and do something? And the guy get up and go and stop it. And I love that. I love that is coming out.
And we need to have conversations with our kids. You know, we never want to think of our kids as being somebody who would take their own life. We certainly also don't want to think about our kids as being somebody who would bully someone to that point. But the fact of the matter is, it happens.
It does.
There are kids that are on both sides of that. And they can be in our homes, and we may not realize it either one. So we need to talk to our kids about protecting themselves and taking care of themselves. We also need to talk to them about things that they may do that they may think are harmless that really aren't. Even if we haven't seen any signs that we recognize that my child is bullying, no, you may not have seen that, your child may not be doing it. Right. But we still need to have that conversation about these are things that you should do, these are things that you should not do. Right. Don't ever make another child feel excluded and unloved.
Exactly, because it causes our children, it causes great minds to quit school worst scenario, commit suicide or something like that. But quitting school, some parents get so frustrated about it because they can't get anything done, and they know that it's happening and know they're making their child unhappy to where they're pulling them out of public schools to be private school or homeschooled. So we never want things to be to where people are turning their backs on something and parents are being forced to do something, or a child's unhappy to go to school. Because me, I'd love to go back and do it all over again. You know, I really do. I enjoyed walking down the hallways. I played football and loved that, and I love those years. Sometimes that can be the most precious and prime. You know, that's when you're in your prime. You know, and we can't go back and do it all over again. It's just so we want every child to be happy while they're there and to be eager to learn.
Well, we got just a couple of minutes here left. Let's talk about the event. It's going to be not this Saturday, but the next Saturday. That's going to be July 11th. You got the Dixie Can Band playing. Yes. Ted Amberson is in that band, yes, I believe, and some good music, good guys, right. And so I know they're going to make it fun out there. We got the dunking booth, the water slide.
The water slide is just not for children; it's for adults too.
Oh, really?
Yes,
so adults and children can.
So
yes,
that's going to be awesome.
Yes.
And of course the bike ride as well.
Right.
And that's going to be, I believe, starting at 9 o'clock for the sign up, and then they're going to be riding at noon. Got an escort as well.
Right.
And so lots of fun things happening. And you've got a Facebook page where people can find out the information about this.
Yes. It's Ride for Riley.
Ride for Riley.
Yeah.
Look for that on Facebook. Get all the information. Show up out there on the 11th at Mount Cheaha Harley-Davidson.
Yes.
Help raise some money for the family. Help raise some awareness for this problem in our society, and help Riley's family.
Ride Against Hate.
Father and the sister, and let them all feel the love.
Yes, like I said, let's stand up to this hate, because that's what it is. Bullying is hate, and we'll have T-shirts out there, and if you just come by and buy a T-shirt and just show your support, and everywhere you go, people will see this. You know that we got to stop and we got to stand for this no bullying.
Yeah, absolutely. So, all right. Well, we have run out of time, but thank you very much, and good luck with the event and all the campaign for the awareness and everything. We will be right back with your Crazy Criminal of the Week on Calhoun County's Most Wanted.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
The Ford brand has always brought you impressive style and legendary quality, and Sonny King Ford brings you the lowest price and the largest inventory, new or pre-owned. The new 2015 F-150 gets the best gas mileage of any truck without giving up its powerful towing capacity. The iconic new 2015 Mustang, with its classic pony car looks and hunkered down stance, preserves a legacy that defines American motoring. For over 93 years, Sonny King Ford, for the best cars and best price.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.
Your word is rigmarole.
Can you define it?
A long, complicated, and annoying process.
Can you use it in a sentence?
The last time I tried to buy a car, I just got a big load of rigmarole.
Well, you should have gone to Jacksonville Auto Sales.
Jacksonville Auto Sales across from Walmart in Jacksonville, or find us on the web at jascars.com. Remember, Jacksonville Auto Sales, home of the no rigmarole deal.
Amazing grace.
How sweet the sound that saved
A crackhead, drug addict,
Alcoholic, meth freak,
a wretch like me.
I once was.
Homeless,
Broken. Sad.
just lost.
but now I am sober.
Happy.
I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
Every day, shattered lives are restored. thanks to the goods you donate to the Salvation Army.
Now for the Crime Stoppers segment of the show, where we need your help solving some property crimes. First, between June 24th and June 25th, this garage was burglarized on Phillips Drive in Alexandria. A weed eater, 3 chainsaws, pressure washer, and a reciprocating saw were stolen. On June 25th, the vehicle was broken into on Post Oak Road in Alexandria. A guitar and guitar accessories were stolen. Between June 26th and 27th, a Kubota lawnmower was stolen from this shed on Collins Road in Ohatchee. On June 26th, the residence on Berry Street was burglarized. A television and DVD player were stolen. Between June 27th and 28th, a vehicle was broken into on Konya Kai Way in Alexandria. A pistol and U.S. currency were stolen. On June 28th, a vehicle was broken into at United Fellowship Church in Alexandria. A purse containing credit cards was taken. Between June 27th and 28th, the garage was burglarized on Mud Street in Lincoln. DeWalt power tools were stolen here. If you have any information about these cases or any others, please call Calhoun County Crime Stoppers. They want your information, not your name, and you could get a cash reward of up to $1,000. The number to call is 256-238-1414.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Well, apparently it was a Take Your Child to Work day the other day, or somebody thought it was. A woman decided to burglarize a home and take her kids along with her while she was doing it. Well, that's mistake number one. The kids are not going to help you be successful, I don't think, in burglarizing the home. She also chose the home of a retired police officer who was prepared for such an incident. So it didn't work out too well in her case, and bringing the kids along, that just adds additional charges on there. So don't burglarize homes, but if you do, don't take the kids with you. Just not a good idea. Again, we want to say thank you for tuning in to Calhoun County's Most Wanted this week and every week. If you tuned in late and you did not see the lineup this week, you can go onto Facebook and you can catch that. Look for the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office on Facebook. You can also watch this show in its entirety on the TV24 website. That's TV24.tv. It's always there every week for you, so you can check that out whenever it is convenient for you, and you can share it with friends and family and everybody else to see this. The more people who watch it, the more information we get back, the safer our community becomes for all of us and all of our children. So again, thank you for watching and supporting Calhoun County's Most Wanted. We'll be looking for you again next week, but hopefully not in the lineup.
Big news for homebuyers searching through all those complicated mortgage options. AOD Federal Credit Union is now offering new, out-of-the-box mortgage solutions. Mortgage loan manager Jamie Bailey will help find the best rates and quickest approval for you. Conventional, FHA, VA, USDA, Jumbo, HARP, and more. Call Jamie Bailey at 256-241-8218. Out-of-the-box mortgage services. Reason number 4 that you belong with AOD Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. All loans subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions apply. Equal housing lender.
For emergency and non-emergency medical transportation, you can count on Anniston EMS.
Hello, I'm Johnny Warren with Anniston EMS, and we appreciate the opportunity to provide support for the Calhoun County's Most Wanted program. And I would like to remind everyone out there that if they need any medical transportation needs, please don't hesitate to call us.
Call Anniston EMS at 256-237-8572.